Hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Today I have a very interesting topic that I'm going to talk about. I do get a lot of questions about this topic. It's an issue that pertains to not a lot of people, but some people do have this issue where they don't have a gallbladder. First of all, let me introduce myself. For those of you that don't know me, I am Michelle Trevino from Michelle DTV, and today I am here to bring you the topic about give you tips, right, for clients that do not have a gallbladder. When we don't have a gallbladder, it is true, that our weight loss slows down. We do have a harder time losing the weight, but it's completely normal. Do not beat yourself up about it. There are some things that we can do, to figure this out. I honestly, when I had my gallbladder removed several years ago, I didn't know what was going to happen, that I don't think they do a great job in informing you, or at the time I didn't do a great job in researching and finding out, what could come from having my gallbladder removed, what were going to be the effects. I knew I was in pain, I had stones, and I didn't do the research back then, but now I know, since I did some research, that more than likely my gallbladder stones were formed because of my rapid weight loss. For those of you that don't know me, or that do know me, that have been following me, I had my lap band surgery several years ago, and from losing all that weight really fast, it does rapid weight loss can cause gallbladder stones, okay? But then because you have gallbladder stones, what they do, they take it out, they remove your gallbladder, and then you can have more issues, right? And more issues, more complications can come from that, okay? So we can have, bloating of the stomach, we can have diarrhea, we can have all kinds of intestinal issues because we don't have a gallbladder, and it also makes it more difficult to lose the weight, okay? When we don't have a gallbladder, the fats and the meats that we eat are difficult to just digest. They become really difficult to digest, and they remain longer in our intestines because the little bag of the gallbladder holds bile, okay? The bile, what it does, it goes into your intestine, and it helps break down your fats, it helps break down your meats, and that way you're able to digest it, okay? It also helps you lubricate your intestines. It controls your thyroid hormones, prevents fatty liver, and other issues can also come about it by not having a gallbladder. Hello, Sandora Nava y La Chaparrita. Buenos días. Good morning. So if we don't have a gallbladder, it is, like I said, it is difficult for us to digest our meals, right? Especially if they're very heavy in meats, very heavy in fats. So we do need to make some changes. I know that clients like myself, we have a harder time losing the weight because we don't have the gallbladder. So I did my research, and I did find out, that there are some things that we can do to help us, okay? To help us continue losing the weight and continue with this. Our product does help. It definitely does help because it's a fat dilator, but we can do our part to help it, even better, have better results. Okay, so there are several tips they do recommend to consume. First of all, before I give you the tips, let me remind you that I am not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, I'm not in the medical field, so this is all information research that I do on my own. I do a lot of research, reading journals, medical journals, and watch videos from doctors, okay? So this is all stuff that I find out for you guys, okay? Just to bring you information. This is just informational. You can feel free to do more research, and but this is just to help you guys, okay? They do recommend to consume more and lighter meals per day so that the liver, stomach, and intestines don't have such a hard time to digest it and move the meals, okay? They recommend 5 small meals per day, and they include abundant fruit. Why? Because we need to have more fiber, since we don't have that bile that is coming in and it's helping move the food, digest the food. You know, the more fiber we have, better. They recommend that when you do eat a fruit, to eat it alone. That way it provides the humidity, the liquids that your intestines needs to help move the food. Plus it gives it time to actually do the movement. They recommend to take it either in the morning, okay, on an empty stomach, your fruit, or in between meals. So since they recommend 5, those can count as one of your meals. When we say 5 meals, it's not like 5 big meals. No, it's like a smaller portion that you would if a normal portion that you would eat normally, you can divide it in 2, or you can have a meal and then a fruit or some kind of snack that's going to be beneficial for you, okay? They recommend wait at least 20 minutes before you consume something else after you eat your fruit. That way your intestines, they have time to digest it. The meal should be based primarily in a diet that is high in fiber, okay? A lot of fiber, which includes oats. The oats, like oatmeals and things like that, are high in fiber. And it says low in fats, primarily animal fats, which means like meat, right? All of that is really difficult to digest. I'm so happy. Lost 30 pounds. I started at 316, went from a size 24 to an 18, waiting on my second bottle. Awesome. That's really, really good. With one treatment, 30 pounds. Congratulations. Yay. Thank you for sharing. That's great. And then they said to drink at least 2 liters of water per day. Remember to check the chart to see how much, according to your weight, how much water you need, and include green tea. Green tea is also going to help you, your metabolism. It's going to help you digest your food, and it's definitely good for your body. And they recommend to switch from, regular oil to olive or avocado oil for cooking, okay? The bananas are really good. They recommend it because it's an easy food to digest. And they recommend the oats, like I said, apples, pears, prunes, and berries, okay? They also recommend to steam instead of eating your vegetables raw, which makes it a little bit more difficult for your intestines to digest. They recommend them to eat them steamed, okay? A little bit of steam, not too much, because then you lose all the nutrients, I know. But you can also eat your fish and your chicken steamed to help along with the digestion, okay? And well, those were some tips that I brought for you. This came from a conversation I had some time ago with a client, that was saying that as soon as they had their gallbladder removed, they had a difficult time losing the weight. They gained weight and they were having a hard time. And you know what? That was like an aha moment for me. It clicked. And I was like, you know what? I remember I gained some weight as well, because I don't think they do such a good job. Well, in my case, they didn't do such a good job to educate me and let me know what was happening with what was going to happen with my body. That way I would be able to take precautions and not gain the weight after I had the surgery to remove my gallbladder. But now after that conversation, I was able to come up and make my own research on it and find out why I had gained the weight after my surgery. Okay, so I hope this helps you, and or somebody that a loved one, right? Thank you guys for watching. Blessings to everybody. Hope you have an amazing week, and we will see you next week. Bye. Blessings.